Semis, let's do it.
Semis is
Semifinals.
where it's at.
We'll start off with the first game. This was this morning. Germany versus France. France won 73-69. Gershon Yabusele again, 17-7, just contributing, leading the way for France. He's been their best player, if I'm being personally honest. And Isaiah Cardinere finished with 16-7 as well. Wemby, 4 of 17, 11 points.
That's insane.
Just egregiously bad once again. Rudy Gobert, it was better. The coach played him 5 minutes this time instead of the 3. But again, look, the refs, again, made some questionable calls down the stretch. Literally, there was an out-of-bounds call. It was clearly off France. Like, dribbled it out of bounds, and they called it French basketball.
Maybe it was just like an honest mistake.
It was, bro, there's no way you could tell me. I'll send you the clip after we're done filming.
Yeah, I didn't get to see
it. It was egregiously bad. I don't know how. Like, Germany got robbed. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Dennis Schroeder finished with 18 points. Sorry, Nets legend Dennis Schroeder finished with 18 points. Franz Wagner, once again, struggling in elimination games. We saw in Game 7, he stunk it up.
Yeah.
10 points on 4 of 10 shootings. Not great, but it's also not horrible, but he's got to be better.
Yeah.
Because, look, Dennis Schroeder can only do so much. He's only like 6'2", 6'3".
I love Dennis Schroeder.
I need him. We need to keep him, man. He's the one
So
guy I want to
good.
keep on the Nets.
So good.
No, Schroeder's a really good player.
Someone I never really ever thought about being in a Nets jersey, but I'm so glad it happened.
Yeah.
Because he's just so good for our young guys. I think him and Cam Thomas will really develop well if he stays.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, did any of you see highlights or watch that
I
game?
watched a little bit towards the end.
What did you see from that game specifically?
Wemby postering Daniel Tice.
Yes, that was the one Wemby moment. Of the game.
And then flexing after. But I watched more USA, but it was close. The whole game was pretty close. France has a team. Just don't want Ntilikina and Fournier getting gold. Please.
You're a Knicks fan, though.
You're a fake
I
Knicks
don't
fan.
want them. No, they're boo-boo caca Knicks players.
Yeah, but so's the Knicks organization. So, like,
No.
what does it matter?
No. I'm happy for Wemby getting gold.
No.
That's the only reason why I'd be happy.
No. USA.
Am I the only one that thinks Wemby loses aura when he doesn't wear number 1?
What's he wearing right now?
32.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't look right.
disgusting.
No.
It looks weird. It doesn't
one
look
on.
right. Yeah. Put number 1 on. But yeah, that was kind of that game. Obviously, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. The big game, the biggest game of the Olympics so far.
Yes.
Serbia versus the United States. The U.S. won 95-91, came back from down 17 in the third quarter, and won the game. Steph Curry is the only reason that they are even competing for a gold medal at this point. 9 of 14 from 3, 36 points, the game of the tournament so far.
He had 17 of their 23 first quarter points.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It was an unfathomable game from Steph Curry after struggling throughout the entirety of the Olympics so far. LeBron James recorded the 4th triple-double in Olympics history, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. Just your classic Breenald game, essentially.
The greatest of all time.
Right. Jokic did just about all he could. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. That wrist injury seems to keep being a consistent problem because he was 0 of 6 from 3. That right wrist, he injured it midway through last NBA season, did not shoot the ball from 3 well in the playoffs. And I think he needs to probably get some sort of procedure done on that wrist because it seems to be affecting him. And the fact that he still went 0 of 6 from 3 and they only lost by 4 is impressive.
Right.
I will say the refs did play a major factor in the fourth quarter. Serbia got called for a lot of fouls early.
Yeah.
Jokic got 4 fouls, around 8 minutes left to go in the quarter.
He was in the paint with Embiid. They were tangling. Embiid kind of knocked it out, but Jokic got around him, and he kind of pushed Embiid to the side. They called it offensive foul.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
It was a questionable call.
But with that, it's hard.
It's made in the NBA
But
10 out of 10 times, but not in FIBA. I'm
That
surprised
was
they
that
called
was his
it.
4th foul.
Yeah, and there's only 5 to foul out.
Are you talking about where the offensive player hooks the
No, he
player?
didn't hook him. He basically just tried to get around him and Embiid flopped because he likes to foul bait.
Uh,
So that was kind of what it was. So it's a 50-50 call in FIBA, essentially, but it's tough. Bogdan Bogdanovic had 20 points, but he also went 3 of 10 from 3. The real bright shining star today from Serbia was a guy named Aleksa Avramovic.
Yes.
He is
Very good player.
Yeah.
He is one of the most exciting players. Also with their other center, Petrusev.
I love Petrusev.
He had some tip-ins that were
Yeah.
looked literally impossible. And then
Yeah.
That guy's an athlete.
Vasilij Micic at the bench tried, and then
He
I'm just
single-handedly threw the game away in the 4th quarter.
yeah,
he
he did.
missed too
He
many
had
threes.
he had Jokic open on the roll twice with 2 minutes left and decided to jack up a 3. And I'm just like, at that point, the game's already over.
Wow.
But
I'm just seeing why wasn't Nikola Jovic played a lot.
he's been dealing with some injuries. I know with the end of the Heat season, he was getting spot minutes, but remember, he's still really young. He's got a lot to develop.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr in this game was very interesting. Didn't play Tatum much. Didn't just kept sticking with Derek White and Anthony Edwards, who both of them probably had the worst games of their lives. I mean, they were just abysmal on both ends. I mean,
Yeah.
Bogdan Bogdanovic was taking it to Anthony Edwards, and not very surprising because it was very uncharacteristic from Ant because he's usually not like that. Just didn't seem to be locked in.
I mean, he was getting screened the entire time, so I wouldn't say taking it to him.
But now we have a interesting matchup in the gold medal. We have the home nation, and we have USA. So who's the ref going to favor?
I'm really curious to see because I think the whistle will go towards France because there is a clear talent gap between France and the U.S. And I think if the U.S. keeps playing like this, France could low-key win. But at the same time, I just can't see the U.S. losing because every game ends the same exact way. I could picture it now. France goes up by like 8 at the end at the end of the first half, and then go up by maybe like a cute little 10, 12 points, and then one thing leads to another, and the U.S. wins by like 12. That's kind of how I view it.
France gets silver.
Yeah, just like the last time, right? Didn't they beat France in the gold medal
Yep.
game in Tokyo?
Yep.
Yeah. I purely want to see France win just to see Draymond cry.
Why?
To see Rudy Gobert get a gold medal.
That'd
be so funny.
That would be very fun.
Draymond would be like, if I was there, he would not be. He would not be winning that.
But at the
stuff.
same time, France honestly did not even deserve to get through the quarterfinals.
No.
So I am rooting for Team USA, obviously, because I'm American and because France does not deserve
We
to
have
be here.
to.
Right.
Of course.
But to me, I think the third place game should have been the gold medal game because I think both teams were wronged. That's my personal view of it.
Okay.
That's how I view it. Germany definitely got robbed.
Oh man, if Germany was the final, it would be a closer game. I would say.
Yeah.
Against USA.
I think if Serbia USA was the final,
That would have been the gold medal game.
that should be the
Would have
gold
been
medal game,
perfect.
Yeah.
Now the fact that Germany and Serbia got screwed and now one of them is not going to get a medal.
Yeah.
It
no, they got
sucks.
bronze.
One of them's going to
One
get
gets
bronze.
bronze.
That's why I said one of them's not
They
going to
should
medal.
both-
Yeah.
France should not be in the runnings.
I think
be honest with you.
Serbia gets bronze.
I don't know. It's tough
I think Germany does.
because my view of that is Germany just lost. Like, yeah, they got screwed, but they lost. Like, Serbia's was so defeating in the way that it happened that I don't know if they can bounce back.
No, that didn't get bronze.
I don't know.
We'll see.
It's tough because
Both of them lost very deflating games. So
I am going to back Serbia to win the bronze because I think Jokic is better than every player on the floor for Germany. Yeah, I think if they have that same game plan and mindset, I think they easily win that game. But Dennis Schroeder, man, can't count that man out.
yeah, no, really though.
That game's on at 5 a.m. on Saturday. I'm not getting up.
I ain't
to watch
watching that. I'm sorry.
I underestimate Dennis Schroeder so much, but he continues to like prove me wrong. It's
He's so
awesome.
He's a
good.
good player.
I love Dennis
Very
Schroeder
good.
now. Like